This is my Loft Haul Scalextric purchase. There's about 12 sets. I don't know what's in them. Let's find out. Right, so the plan is to unbox all of these sets, and I think unless any of them are complete and of worth any sort of value as a set, then I'm going to strip them down for their parts and then dispose of the boxes, because I haven't got space to store all of these boxes. So the plan being, I'm going to split them into Sport Track and Classic Track and accessories and see what happens. Right, so the first set is John Cooper Challenge Mini Coopers, and it should be Sport Track. Let's see if we've got a set number. John Cooper Challenge set. Can't see the C number, wherever that normally is. Right. Let's see what's in it. So Sport Track, curves, straights, more bends, side piece, power supply, couple of older style controllers with the jack plugs on, and that is it. No cars. So the first box looks like it's a bit of a disappointment. Never mind. So that box can go in the bin. On to the next one. Next up, out of the Loft Haul, is the Ultimate Track Extension Pack, which hopefully will look something like that. So let's see what we've got. Here we go. Okay, is it all there? Should contain 4 side swipes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 2 hairpin curves. Yep. 2 quarter straights. Yep. Half straights, they're not mentioned, so they're obviously a extra. 2 standard straight tracks. Yep. A leap. The leap is there. And then borders and barriers. Let's have a look. What should we have? We should have 2 bits at the start, which looks like those 2. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4 bits to go around the hairpin. 1, 2, 3, 4 bits to go around the hairpin. Yep, they are there. 1 bit to go in the middle. That is there. Some barrier. Won't bother counting all of those. And there should be these. Ah, here we go. Didn't think they were there for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Yes, they're all there. So it looks like the extension pack is complete. Plus has some extras. Right. So now I've got to figure out how to get all that back into the box, because that is quite a tidy box. Keeps it all quite neat. So I think I will keep all of that in that box. Okay. Back in there. Back in it goes. Right, that is quite nice. It says on there, toys and models, $47.99. So that's how much that cost brand new. And that just gives some examples of how it can be added into track. So happy with that. So next up from our loft haul is Scalextric Escort Rally. That's quite a nice box, actually. Quite a nice bit of box artwork. It does seem a shame to throw it away, but if it's not complete, then there's not much point keeping it. So this is C672 Escort Rally set. There we go. Look, can you see that? Probably not. And no cars. Okay. Couple of older style controllers. Very old style controllers. Power pack. Some classic track. Classic track with the classic power base. Track pretty corroded. Some crossovers. Starting grid. I won't try too much to get it back in because I'm probably going to ditch the box and just keep the track. Plastic track bends, quite a lot of them. And a flag. So what's missing? Let's have a look. So, according to the box, there should be 2 cars. Well, they're clearly missing. 16 Armco barriers. They're missing. 10 track supports. I think we've got There's 6. Two controllers, yeah. Power pack, yeah. Power base, yeah. 2 straights, yeah. 2 chicane crossover things, yeah. And 1 start track, which is missing, but we've got that instead. So where are we? Escort Rally set, unfortunately nowhere near complete, so I'm gonna salvage the track out of that set and then throw the box away, unfortunately. I might cut the front out and keep it, frame it, do something like that with it, because that's quite a nice bit of box art. But anyway, on to the next one. Next up in our huge loft haul of Scalextrix is Scalextrix Beetle Cup, and this is set number C1051. Again, nice box art. And what now seems to be a common theme, no cars. But let's have a look. So it's classic track. Quite a lot of classic track, all in good condition. Barriers, track supports, borders in the bottom, more barriers. That's useful because I need a lot of them for what I'm planning on doing. Bends and classic controllers, orange and green. So almost a complete kit, but sadly no cars. And here are the instructions. Instructions for sets on circuit 2. Circuit 2 being this figure of 8. Okay. Nothing exciting there. What's this? Free Scalextrix car when you purchase any one of the Scalextrix track extension packs featured below. Wow. I wonder if any of those cars are about. I wonder if it was a specific car that you got, or whether it was just any car, or whether it was that car. Interesting. And here's a leaflet for Racer, the official Scalextric Enthusiasts Club. £14 a year. There we go. So an almost complete set of classic Scalextric, apart from the cars. So again, not much point keeping this set intact if it doesn't have the cars with it, and it's not a particularly desirable set, I don't think. So again, I shall strip the track out, keep the track, keep the accessories, and ditch the huge polystyrene box, which will take up too much storage space, I'm afraid. So, Scalextric Champion Taurus C1122. Now the first thing to note about this is it's heavy. It's very heavy, and it says on the side of it, warning, 8.4 kilograms. For a Scalextrix box, that is unusually heavy. And according to the diagram on the front, it does say that there's 10 meters of track. So in we go. And it is a box full mainly of track. That's where the cars should be, and they're not there. There is a classic style controller. That is another controller. And it is sport track, so that's good. A little bit corroded there, but I'm sure that will clean up okay. And the first thing that you notice is what a lot of track. Wow, look at all of those. Oh my goodness. More track. More track, and the old style sport power base. More track, and then some track supports. Sadly no cars, which seems to be the common theme so far. Here we go. That, I'm not sure that that is actually the instructions for this set, however, because these instructions show a crossover piece, and there isn't a crossover piece in this set. So perhaps that is missing. Doesn't look like there's a crossover piece. So that is another incomplete set. But just look how much track you get in this set. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 straights, 2 crossover bends, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bends. So in terms of a complete set and cars, a bit of a disappointment, but in terms of track, that's an amazing set. So if you're looking to find some second-hand track cheaply, this would be the set to look for. So look, there it is, Champion Taurus. It is set number C1122, Champion Taurus set, and you get 10 meters of sport track. So I should imagine if you look for one of these on eBay, that is a very good way of obtaining a lot of track quite cheaply, I should imagine. I'm going to have a look on eBay in a moment to see. In fact, let's do it now. Let's have a look on eBay just to see if any of these sets are available, because that is a very cheap way of obtaining a lot of decent track. So Scalextric C1122. No, Scalextric Champion Taurus. No matches. Super Taurus, £32, but not Champion Taurus. That is a set to look out for. If you find one of these second hand cheap, you know, 30 quid or whatever, that is definitely worth buying, just for the sheer amount of track that comes with it. But sadly it's not a complete set, so I'm gonna salvage the track, ditch the polystyrene, probably save the front box artwork, and on to the next one. This is the Scalextric Ford Escort XR3i Racing Scalextrix kit. Now let's see what's inside this one. Look at the box art though, that is lovely. It's just a shame that somebody's repaired it, taped it up and put brown tape right across the front of that picture. I doubt there's any way now of getting that off. That really sort of ruins that, but wow, what a fantastic box. What model number is this? So this was C676 XR3i Ford, complete with power unit. Wow, plug required for mains lead. So this was obviously made back in the days before plugs came fitted to electrical appliances. Those of you that are old enough will remember that you used to buy a new kettle or a toaster or a TV or a hi-fi or anything, and it wouldn't come with a plug. You'd have to buy your plug separately and fit it yourself. Right, so I'm looking for the C number. It's obviously quite an old set because these are old Escorts. What are these? Mark 3? Come on, Escort fans. Is that the Mark 3 Escort? Yes, Mark 3 Escort. Right, okay, so we've got a car, so that's quite exciting. Come on, where's it? C676. Have I already said that? C676 XR3i Ford. I wonder what year this was made. I think I'll have to do a bit of googling and find that out. So let's put that to one side. What should be in this box? It tells me. Is this a complete set? Could this be our first complete set? 2 Ford XR3i cars. Well, no, there's only one. So we've got 1 Ford XR3i. One's better than nothing. 2 hand throttles. Yes. And these are the really old. Ugh. The horrible old connectors that had to push underneath the track. and with the old connectors there that have to screw onto the power pack at the front. But we've got a power pack, so that's good. Oh my goodness, there is a power pack. The lead's heavily corroded from being in contact with the polystyrene. It's got an extremely badly wired up plug, 3 amp, £1.09 from Woolworths. Blimey, that was actually quite a lot of money for a plug. If you think about it, back whenever this was made, it's got to have been made some point of the early 80s, I should imagine. What's down here? What is hiding down here? I've got no idea what that is. We've got some flags. We've got some flags. We've got some spare braids, some vintage spare braids. I've got no idea what they're for. We need to figure that out. What are those for? Comment below if you know. So I'm pretty sure I don't. We have some sort of connectors that must do something, but I don't know what. And it's all sellotaped in. It's all sellotaped in the box, so let's liberate it and find out what's what. I've got no idea what these are. If anybody knows what these are, please comment, because I don't know. We can go back there for now. Some pretty corroded track. Start piece. 4 straight tracks. 1, 2. Yeah, 4 straight tracks. That's what. 1 starting straight. Yep. 1 skid chicane. Yep. 6 banked curves. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 banked curves. Yes, they are there. Some stickers that must have been on the old Armco. Frodo, Dunlop, Bosch. So this apart from 1 car is almost a complete set. How amazing is that? So this, although it's the old track, that didn't go like that, did it? It's the old classic track. That obviously went like that. I don't know, something like that. Nice little selection of barriers there. So yeah, it's the old classic track. That's not much use to me really. It's sport track that I'm looking for. Old controllers, they're no good for anything. Ancient power pack, that is no good for anything. These might be some use. Sadly, 1 car missing, but have a look at that. It's quite a sweet little car, and it's got its bumpers. Did they have? Yes, they had wing mirrors, and it's got a hole where the wing mirrors should be. So the wing mirrors are missing, but it does have bumpers, and it is that classic Mark III Ford Escort XR3i. Tyres are a bit cracked, and the tyres do have writing on them, which I cannot make out. Looks like one of the bearings is out. Oh no, there we go, back in. There we go. I think we might do a bit of a tear down, clean up and rebuild on that car as a video another day. Pleased with that. That is very nice. Also, nice little box. Just a shame about that. So according to the internet, this is a set from 1984. That is when it got its first release, and it was available for 2 years, 94 to 86. Wow, happy with that. I think this is a candidate for staying boxed. We'll have a look at the cars, but I won't be throwing that box work away. So this set, I've already googled it, and this is a set from 1979. Scalextrix 200 is what you want to Google, because if you Google the C code, which is C532, it looks like Scalextrix have released another item under C532, which is a, I think it was a Benetton Formula 1 car. So when I googled the C number, that's all I got. But as soon as you Google Scalextrix 200, then this is the set that you find. So fingers crossed, in we go. And look at that artwork, beautiful. What should be in there? So, made in England by Hornby Hobbies, Rovex Limited. There we go. That tells you how old it is, because Hornby wasn't Hornby, Hornby was Rovex. Not recommended for children under 36 months. Right, okay. Here we go again. Put that down there. Same old story. No cars. What should we have had? Let's have a look. We should have had those two there, look. you see them? Water Wolf Racing. Should have been 2 of those. So, contents. 2 Wolf cars. No, missing. 2 hand throttles. Yes. And they're the old-fashioned ones. 8 speed banking curves. Let's have a look then. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, they're all there. And actually, interestingly, I think that is different to the banked curves in the other sets. It just feels slightly different. Bear with me one moment whilst I investigate. No, it is the same. No, it is the same. It's just where it's perhaps a bit older, perhaps it's a bit more worn out, it just feels a bit more flexible. So yes, 8 of those. 3 straight tracks. Well, perhaps they used to be straight when it was new, but no, we've got one straight track, 1 starting track. No, another 2 straight tracks. Well, these are crossovers, badly repaired crossovers. No, so it looks like the straight tracks are missing, but that's not a huge issue because I do have other straight tracks I could use to make the kit up with. 1 transfer sheet. No, that's long gone. 1 speed calculator. Now that, let's show you on the picture. There we go, look, there's the track, what it should be. This is the speed calculator here. We'll have to see if we can find some more information out about that. That's quite interesting. So again, not a complete kit. More of these. Now I think I figured out, if you watched my XR3i video, I was wondering what these were, but is that in focus? I figured it out. When you connect the banked curves like so, you have a lip. So you take one of these and affix it to your track to get rid of that lip. So that solves the mystery as to what those bits do. So in terms of this kit, we've got the cars missing. I could make up the missing bits of track with other bits of track that I've accumulated, so that's not a major issue. And I might, you never know, I might be able to find the cars on eBay and make up a complete kit. and it's such a nice old kit. It's old and dirty, but I like it. So that box won't be finding itself in the bin. I'm going to keep that, see if I can find the missing bits to make it a complete set, and then perhaps store that away. I'm almost at the end. Well, actually I'm halfway through of my huge Loft Haul of Scalextric sets. So thank you for sticking with me. Up next is Scalextric Speed Rivals, and this is set number C1206. There we go. This should be quite quick. No cars, as usual. Controllers, old style, 2 of them. Sport track, bends, fairly good condition. More bends. It's unusual. Didn't you get any straight pieces in this kit then? Let's have a look. No, it is a figure of 8 kit. There should be a crossover piece of trap. That's that's there. So it's a figure of 8. Cars are missing. Everything else is there. Not a particularly amazing kit, I don't think. So I shall probably ditch this box. Perhaps keep the artwork, ditch the polystyrene, and on to the next set. Next up, out of our Colossus Loft Haul of Scalextric sets, is Scalextric Drift Kings, set number C1264. And what have we got then? Was £100, now £75. That's obviously what somebody paid for it a few years ago. Blade rotates 360 degrees for controllable power slides, and it should be a figure of 8 set with a crossover in the middle, and it looks like it comes with lots of borders as well. So let's see, how does this open? Let's see what we've got. Okay, and here we go. There's the centre crossover. Looks like somebody's cleaned it up a bit with the marks on the plastic there, but quite fairly corroded. But never mind, it will clean up. And no cars. We have got, yeah, this is pretty cool. We've got bends and borders, and these are quite nice borders actually. I quite like these black ones. These are going to come quite handy for the layout I've got in mind that I want to create. I'm thinking of creating a permanent layout, and I want it to be sort of road street based on quite a famous street based racetrack, so it may will fit in quite nice with that theme. So that's quite good. Quite pleased with obtaining a number of those. And what have we got this side? More curves to make up the figure of 8. It's all good quality. A little bit of a clean up, it'll be fine. Decent enough sport track, and a power base, and that's quite interesting because if you look, you've got your power base and a border in between the power base and the track, and that is actually manufactured like that. So probably only something that came with these drift tracks that required the extra border, because I'm assuming you need the extra border there for when your car's doing its drifting round the bends. You need some extra borderage to prevent them from flying around the room. But no controllers, no power pack, no cars, but all of the track is there. So let's just make sure there's no instructions or hidden goodies underneath. Ooh! What's this? Set instructions. Warning: this product contains small magnets that, if swallowed, can stick together. Oh dear. Right, so these may be worth keeping just for the fact that it references the drift feature. Racing your drift cars. Drift cars can run in either direction around the track. Oh, right. We recommend that you start racing with barriers assembled to the track layout. As you become more experienced, you can remove some or all of the barriers. With the barriers removed, the cars have room to spin in both lanes, either through 180 degrees so they reverse direction, or a full 360 to continue in the same direction. Take time getting used to driving the cars. Learn how to spin them using sudden bursts of full power from the hand throttle on corners. To make the cars slide, use a little less than full power. We recommend that you practice these actions on the inside lane to start with. The tighter bend makes it easier to spin the car. It's not easy at first, but your skill level will build with every race. Your set is supplied with a pack of tyres to build a wall on the inner or outer edges of the track. Supplied with a pack of tyres. Okay, well they're missing. They're not there. It's a shame the cars aren't there, because they would have been a bit of fun to play with. But all being said and done, we have acquired more sport track, which is essentially what I'm after. So unless I stumble across the missing drift cars and discover that this is a very expensive or rare set, then this too will be broken down and used for track and the box will be binned. There we go. Here we go again, another Scalextrix set from the Mega Loft Haul, and this is Scalextric Streetcars, and it is kit number or set number C1208 Streetcars, Street Racers. 3 cars included, and they look like they are minis. 2 car racing, 3 cars included. Includes super resistant cars, tough enough for full impact racing. Space required 11 foot by 6 foot. Track length 27 foot. So hopefully in here will be a decent amount of sport track. Right, so it's a huge box. Massive box. Ooh. Ooh. Right, hurrah! The first thing we notice, we have 2 cars. 2 Mini Coopers, and they are pretty basic, pretty plasticky, made in China Mini Coopers, but we've got 2 of them. That's a start. So where's the third one? Perhaps it's hiding in here, who knows. What have we got in terms of track? We've got 2 corner crossovers. We've got some track supports, quite a lot of those. Some straights. It looks quite corroded. It could do with a polish up, but nothing major. Ooh. Ooh. A lot of bends, again corroded, but we'll clean up. We've got these, which I believe are for crossovers, so that means there should be, you know, a flyover track, so there should be one of those, whatever the correct name for that is. Somebody comment below and let me know. But I'm sure you know what I mean. A bridge type thing. Let's have a look, see if it's in amongst this lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 straight. Wow, keeps going. Oi, oi, oi. 7, 8, 9, 10 straight. Yes, here we go. Here we go. So correct me if I'm wrong. A nice number of straight track. Look at this. We've got the Sport power base and a Sport, I believe that is a digital lap counter. And possibly lap timer as well. We'll probably look into that and do another video about that, I should imagine. So let's move them out of the way. Move those. Loads of crap. Yes, so these would have, or do, go on there like that. Am I right? Am I right or am I wrong? Or do they go the other way? Perhaps they go that way. And then this track goes on top. Yes. And then it is supported underneath. Cool. That is pretty cool. and more borders. So if there's borders, where are the barriers for the borders? There they are, hiding in the bottom. Excellent. So that controller, power packs, old style controllers. Yeah, with a headphone type connector, jack socket, jack lead connector. So an almost complete kit, apart from one car missing. However, that being said, I have no particular desire to preserve this kit because as far as I can tell, it's just a pretty basic kit with some basic minis in. One's missing. I will Google the kit just to make sure it's not some super duper rare, highly sought after kit, which I doubt very much, but I should imagine I am going to take the track, keep the cars and bin the box, and that is a good little haul of sport track. Pleased with that. Okay, so also included as part of this mega loft haul of Scalextrix was this cardboard box. And what's in it? Well, looks like it's mainly full of classic track. Okay, right, what's in this? So this looks like it's full of the classic Armco barrier, which is good because I quite like that. A bit of a fan of using that. I think it looks quite retro and nice. So that's good. The first thing that jumps out at me is the humpback bridge. So there should be a bit of curved track in here to go with that. You never know. Classic OAP ancient controllers, 4 of those. Classic track, what have we got? Straights, more straights. Is that the hump? No, that's just bent. More classic track straights, more classic track straights. It's a slightly unusual one. I've not seen that type of crossover before. How old's that then? Scalextric Protegido por Patents Nationales. Is that the Spanish Scalextric? Or is it just very old Scalextric? I think we'll have to look into that. Find out what track system that actually belongs to. Whether that is Spanish Scalextrix or just an old UK Scalextrix. Crossovers. Some of this track's pretty old and warped. Not much good. It's heavily corroded. old track to old style power packs, and a ton of old style corners. So that's a pretty uninspiring box. Right, now lastly, from the Loft Haul of track, before we get on to the box of cars that I've just discovered, is whatever is in this bag. So let's have a look. What is in here? Oh, yeah, more borders. Good, we like borders. Borders are good. Power pack. Yeah. Some barrier. More barrier. Some rubbish. Oops. Track supports. Yeah. That's all that was in there. What's this? A non-Scalextrix trailer. Another power supply. A rusty screwdriver. Never have too many screwdrivers. So this looks like it's mainly, oh, I don't know what that is, pen. Mainly classic track, highly corroded, very rusty. Classic straight, bend, classic, little bit of sport track there. Very rusty. That will need cleaning up. Very rusty. Sport track, sport track. Oh, that's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4 sport track straights that need a very good cleaning up. Very, very rusty. Look. Can you see that? Never mind. Aha! The Goodyear bridge. And there it is. The Goodyear bridge. Boxed. Excellent. And what is this? Scalextrix electric model racing. Haha. It is the humpback bridge with the actual correct piece of track, which is sat on there like that. There we go. See? I'm not sure that I would actually use that in any layout, but you never know. Right, that is all of the track and sets from this huge loft haul. I've just got a box of cars and a box of accessories to go through. So that was in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 box sets, a random cardboard box, and a shopping bag full of track. And I'll take a picture and I'll show you of how much track I've actually salvaged from this lot. Right, so the mega loft hole. We're on the final run now. It's the box of cars. So far, the story so far, out of what was it, 11, 12 sets so far. We've only found 2 cars, and they are these super plastic, smash resistant minis, minus their wing mirrors. So that's all we found. So, oh, and the red XR3i, which is still over in the XR3i kit. But I do have a box of separate cars, so we're going to have a look at just what's in there. So from the top, we have got a Scalextrix Bugatti Veyron. There we go. That is quite nice. That is C3199. That's probably a 30-50 quid car, I expect, on eBay. I shall find out later. We have this one, an Aston Martin DBS. C3089, Aston Martin DBS green. Again, very nice. Looks like it's hardly been out of the box. And that's probably a 30-50 quid car, something like that, I should imagine. And then we have, ooh, C3023 Ford Cortina GT 1964. And this, oh dear, come on, there it comes. That, it's got barely a mark on it. So that looks like it's hardly been run. That's very nice. So that's probably another 30, 50 quid car, 20 quid. So what we got there then? Let's say they're 30 quid. 30, 60, 90. Nice. Moving on. Haha. A Carrera Ford Capri RS. Boxed. Very nice. Another boxed car, but the box looks a bit tatty on this. It says it's a Lotus 7, but as we can see, that's not a Lotus 7. And that says it's a Subaru WRC. And we can see it's not a Subaru WRC either. It is a TVR. Hornby TVR Speed 12. That's quite a weighty car actually. There we go, look. It's quite nice. Why it's screwed to a Lotus 7 box, I do not know. Let's put it back. Let's put it back while we're here. The box is a bit cracked, but there we go. What can we expect? Right. Next is another one, and this box says Chevrolet Camaro 1969. Well, it's quite clearly not one of those, but interesting. Collectors Club 2001 TVR Speed 12. So we have 2 of those. 2 of those, and it appears to be a Collectors Club model. So, where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus the XR3i, 9. Next. Aha. A Ferrari F430 GT. This does not look like it has seen much action. Very nice. Very nice. And now it looks like we've got some loose cars. Aha! And the first thing I see is the missing Escort XR3i. And I've no idea what that is all over the window. Looks like the residue of some sort of adhesive. Has a previous owner of this tried to black out the windows, maybe by sticking the sticker on the windows? I don't know. What would cause that? What would cause all that residue on the windows? Tyres are cracked, so we need to do a replacement job on the tyres. Front axle's a bit wobbly, but generally it's got its bumpers. Doesn't have any wing mirrors, but it's got its bumpers. Might be able to do a little bit of a restoration video on that one. Clean it up, put it back with the other one in the set, and I'll have a complete XR3i set. Lovely. What's next? And we have got we have another Escort, and correct me if I'm wrong, this looks like the Escort from the Escort Rally set, but only one of them so far, so perhaps we might find the other one in a moment. Right, what else have we got? We have got a Mercedes. Now, was that from one of the sets? Was that from the Champion Taurus set? Yes, that is one from the Champion Taurus set. Aha. Next we have got a Peugeot, and this one's quite a new one because it is ready for the digital chip. It's quite a nice one. What I need to do is look up all of the C numbers for these cars and figure out just what they're all worth. There's another one. Right, so what have we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. One more to go. 14. It is a Ford Capri. A very old Ford Capri. Look at that. See that? Is that focusing? Not really. Capri 3 litre C117, made in Great Britain. 400. And the tyres on this are cracked and perished, so it could do with some new tyres. Looks like it needs some new braids. Bumpers are missing. Wing mirrors are missing. Axles are absolutely chocked in grime. But again, that might make a nice little video for cleaning up. Right, that's everything in that box. That just leaves this box, which is a box of spares, and I can see underneath it more cars. Ooh, right, okay. What is this? Ford Taurus. It's had the magnet taken out. Its back axle's broken. It's missing the pickups, and it looks like the interior's been taken out. And it's got a window missing. So that is a bit of a restoration project. We have a Vauxhall Astra. No. DTM Opel V8 Coupe, according to the bottom, which looks like a Vauxhall Astra to me. It's got a gaping great hole cut in the back of it. The driver's internals are missing. The front axle is missing. So, is that part of a set? Number 3, yes. That is the other car of the Super Taurus set. Those two would have gone together, so that's okay. I can use this good one to see. I've just noticed the driver is missing out of that one as well, but I can use that as a guide to try and put that one back together, because so that's it. 2 repair projects. And I have just found 1, 2, 3 cockpits. So 1, 2, 3. Perhaps that is the 3 from those cars. Who knows? With time, we shall find out. Okay, moving on. What is this? Formula One? No? What is it? Dallara Indy. Is it an Indy car? It says Scalextrix on the side. It's quite heavy. The back is broken, so that will need gluing back together. And it says Racer, Scalextrix Racer, which is the Scalextrix Club. So perhaps this is a Scalextrix Club car. We shall have to look into that. And ooh, this is the Lotus. That is a Lotus. Very nice. Nice little Lotus. What on earth is this? What on earth is that? Ford Taurus. I've got no idea what this is, but it's a Ford Taurus. It looks like it's had the back cut out of it, and it's got this has been glued onto the back, or stuck onto the back. What is that? Is that a camera mount? Is that a GoPro mount? Have a look. Is this a homemade camera car for racing with a GoPro on the back? I don't know. I kind of suspect that's what it is. So we've got two of them. Next is a Aston Martin DBR9. There we go, look. Bit beat up, but not too bad. Tyres have still got their writing on them. A little bit of a clean up, that should be alright. Oh, and they keep coming, they just keep coming. Nissan GTR. This is a very plasticky car. One of the wing mirrors is missing. And yes, this, where's that drift set? Drift Kings. This is one of the drift cars. See, that goes all the way around. Very plasticky, very cheap looking, but that's one of the cars from the drift set. So then this one, am I to guess? Yes, it is. This is the other one. This is the other one. This is the red Nissan from the drift set, and these are very cheap, plasticky looking cars. Good for kids to play with, I suppose. Which I suppose is what Scalextrix is supposed to be for anyway. And we have a, is that a Porsche? I think that's a Porsche. This was an okay car. Interesting, we have another again. It has a broken spoiler. That will need gluing. Scalextrix Racer. So we've got two of those. Which I think is a club collector's car. Moving on. Ooh. A Scooby-Doo Subaru. That is in quite good condition. Yeah. There we go, look. Subaru. Nice. What on earth is this? I have got no idea what this is. This has received what looks like a DIY paint job. Look at that. I do not know what car this was, but it looks like somebody's resprayed it. Perhaps we might be able to rub that paint off and find out what treasures lurk underneath. Who knows? Interesting. I wonder what that's all about. And last one. The last of our mega Scalextrix Loft Haul is a Porsche 911. And this one's quite unusual because it's got engine detail underneath. One of the headlights is smashed, missing, and it looks like it's had the driver taken out, possibly, or perhaps it wasn't in there in the first place, but that's unusual to be able to see through to the engine. And the chip, it looks like it's got a digital chip fitted, possibly, I don't know. There's something in there, I'll have to investigate that. There we go, look. So, we did get some cars. We got the cars to make up the XR3i kit. We got the cars to make up the Champion Taurus, and we got the cars to make up the drift set, and quite a few other random cars as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 that look like good cars, and 3 that look like they need some work doing onto them. 4, 12, so 27 plus the XR3i in the box, 28 cars altogether. 28 cars and 2 massive boxes of track. Not a bad little haul. So here we go. That is the box of classic track that I have salvaged from all of these sets, and this is the box of sport track that I have salvaged from all of them sets, and that is full to the brim with sports track. So pretty pleased with that. That's the classic track. That's all the borders and barriers and controllers, etc, etc. And there is the 2 classic sets, the Escort XR3i and the Scalextrix 200 kits that I'm probably going to keep. And then that is the pile of sets that I've just worked through. Phew. So thank you for watching. I do plan on doing some more videos like this, of where I get hold of some loft finds, some Scalextrix sets that have come out of people's lofts or the top of their wardrobes, and unbox them just to see what's in there, see what treasures we can find hidden. I plan to do some videos on tidying up these cars, you know, tearing them down, rebuilding them up, cleaning them up, trying them out on the track, and then when I get my track up together, we'll do some hot lap times with them. So if you do want to see more videos like this, then subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.